Well, friends, this is Guruji Online, and today we will be talking about energy, capacitors, energy, or energy stored in a capacitor, or we can say energy stored in an electric field also. In my previous lectures, we have we had talked about charging, types of capacitors, that is parallel plate capacitors, cylindrical capacitors, spherical capacitors and isolated capacitors, and their formulas of different type of capacitors. And of course we talked about when capacitors are connected in series and parallel, then what will be the equivalent capacitor. Now we come to energy part, and this is also very important. Here we see a parallel plate capacitor, and this is an uncharged capacitor. And suppose if one electron, if we want to shift from left plate to right plate, then what we have to do? We have to do some work. Without doing work, this cannot be shifted. And generally, this work is done by a battery. We connect this thing with a battery, and due to potential difference, electrons starts moving from left plate to right plate. But for understanding sake, let us go step by step. Suppose one electron we want to shift on the right plate, then we have to do some work, and then it will become plus and it will become minus. Now we will talk about the second electron. Suppose if we want to shift second electron from left plate to right plate, is this the same work we have to do, same amount of work, or we have to do more? This we have to think. Here you see it is positively charged, it is negatively charged by moving one electron. Naturally, a electric field is developed, and due to this electric field, now when we shift the second electron, this electric field, which is the direction of from left to right, this will oppose the movement. Naturally, this is minus. The electron is negatively charged, and this negatively charged plate will repel this. So it will be difficult for us to move second electron as in comparison to what we had moved the first electron. So we have to do more amount of work what we had done for shifting the first electron. Likewise, you move on these electrons, and you have to do the more and more energy. Means you are doing the work basically against the electric field which is being developed here. So this is how, and once a stage comes when the potential of this battery equals the plates of this capacitor, then this movement of electrons, this stops. So now let us see the mathematical part. Suppose at any time this capacitor is charged with plus Q and Q dash charge. It is minus Q dash and this is plus Q dash. And at that time its potential is V dash, means difference of potential between this place to this place is V dash. So what work basically we have to do, that is nothing but V dash into dq dash. Suppose dq charge, when the potential difference between two plates is v dash and charges are q dash, then another q dash dq dash charge, if you want to shift, naturally this much work we have to do. So we can find out the total potential like this if we take the integral part of this. V dash we can write it as q dash upon c. This is dq dash, and of course this integral 0 to q. I hope you understood this question, and this will be nothing but 1 by 2 q square upon c. So this is the work you have to do. Means this work you have to do when the capacitor will be fully charged with q charge, and this work is stored in the form of energy in the capacitor. I hope you understood this point. This is basically the potential energy. This can be written as 1 by 2 C V square, where C is for parallel plate capacitor. This is epsilon 0 A upon D. I hope there is no doubt in this. Now, if we see this equation, suppose if we make the distance between the plates D as, if we double it, then what will happen? Capacitance will be half, but volume between the capacitor will be double, and hence the potential energy will also be double. When it is half, that's why potential energy will be double. So this volume also is a very important factor in case of capacitance. Now we will talk about energy density. Energy density, how it is defined? Energy density is defined as your potential energy per unit volume. Potential energy per unit volume. Volume is your A, which is the area of the capacitor plate, and into D. It is the volume between the plates. So this is basically the energy density. This can be written as C V square upon 2 A D, because we know Q is equal to C and U is nothing but half CV square. So this will, and if we put the value of C here, then what we will get? We will get half epsilon 0 V upon D, and V upon D is nothing but your electric field. So this is also very important term, energy density. Now it is, you can see it is independent of your capacitance. It is dependent only on the electric field. And so though we have derived this formula for the parallel plate capacitor, but generally it is true for wherever you find an electric field. You can find the energy density as half epsilon 0 E square. So these two important aspects were there. One is capacitor energy and another was the energy density uh, of this chapter. And you must have understood with this small lecture. Now, um, in my next lecture, which is a very big which will be a little bit big lecture, that will be about dielectrics, because it has many aspects. By tomorrow, you can have that lecture on my YouTube channel, and if you must have understood these concepts today. Oh, if you like this video, please do subscribe my channel, and we will be meeting on tomorrow again. Thank you very much.